Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my little corner of the internet, I don't know. Today I thought to talk to you about my mid-minor check-in because if you hadn't noticed, well, you probably don't even know how long I'll be in England for, but I'm about to be halfway through my minor, which means I only have like 60 more days left in the country as of the day I'm filming this. I think, wait, let me check. Yeah, I have about 60 more days left before I fly home. It's been a few months now that I've lived here, and halfway through, it's really weird to think about even that I'm halfway through my minor abroad experience and just talking to you about it. I don't know, it's kind of weird, you know? But yeah, I thought I'd talk to you about how I'm feeling, what I've been doing, what I'm going to be doing, everything, yeah. So let's just have a little chat about it, shall we? I filmed a video earlier which was about what they don't tell you about moving abroad or studying abroad, and I talked to you about the expectations which I've set before going here and then the reality of actually living here, but I really wanted to highlight it again. But I came here really bright-eyed and excited, and that little bubbles kind of burst once reality hit, and it wasn't as perfect as I imagined it to be. I've spent some time with different people trying to find my footing here. I talked to you about this like in my What They Don't Tell You video, but I think we've chatted about it some other time as well. Finding friends in a new area where you know practically no one is kind of difficult. It can be really difficult, and I'm still not 100% there, but I think I have set some steps in the direction of actually finding some people that I enjoy spending my time with and, you know, settling down in England maybe, I don't know. I found some really nice British people that have kind of taken me under their wing, and they show me everything England kind of has to offer, I don't know. They've made this entire list of everything I have to do before I go away for forever, practically, because I have tests back home, and they're already talking about coming to the Netherlands to visit me, which is really nice. But yeah, I'm really lucky to have met them and for them to have taken me under their wing. Yeah, so that's been really nice. I've been making friends. That's essentially what I've been saying. I've been putting myself out there, and you know, I think I'm finally like finding some people that are my people, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, struggling to create a social life, finding a routine, figuring out how to take care of myself, how to do this whole living alone thing, missing my family, missing back home, missing my friends. All of that was kind of weighing down on me for a few weeks. Yeah, a few weeks, I don't know, for a while. And now that I'm like settled, it's been smooth sailing. I don't want to say smooth sailing because it hasn't been. I've really gotten to know myself in this time, I think. I've learned the good parts, but also like the less pretty parts about me. And no one's perfect, I know that. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. But really seeing yourself for who you are, and I don't even think I've done that completely. Don't let me talk about this and say, well, I know myself completely by now, but I have gotten to know myself, seen the less pretty sides of myself, and I've had to overcome that and kind of work around that and, you know, figure out how to do certain things and live with certain things. I don't know, it's been a journey, but I think that by now I've learned how to deal with it all, and still every day can be a challenge, but I think I know myself enough by now to figure out what I need to do for myself. And that's just the thing, because I used to be, I still am by the way, a huge people pleaser, but I know now that I can't spend my energy doing things that do not make me happy. Of course I still do, because you can't just do things for yourself all the time, but I know when to say no, and I know when to take time for myself, because I've seen it turn out the other way around, where I did say yes and I ended up feeling really badly or really sick, because I do get headaches from time to time, and like being overly social or overly present with a lot of people, a lot of impressions, really kind of triggers those headaches. So I've learned when to say no and when to take time for myself and when to take care of myself. So that's been nice to figure out, and yeah, I've gotten to know myself in that regard as well, which is really good, I think. So I've been living on my own for the first time, and when I spoke to you about that, like living on my own, how that's been, I don't think I completely settled yet. So now that I have settled a bit more, I don't think I've settled like all the way, because that'll probably take a year, I don't know. But I have figured out a few things that have been making me happy and really independent, actually. I do text my parents every day, probably. No, well, not every day, but a lot, because I do really miss them, and I don't know, we are really close like that. I figured out that I don't need to ask them about everything, that I could just figure things out on my own, that's fine too. And I can do things my way, I don't have to do things the way I did them back home. And yeah, I know how to do my own laundry now, like completely, I think. I cook every night, really good at myself. I've learned how to do groceries smartly, like how to not be left with a lot of leftovers, which has been a journey, but I've gotten there somehow. I know what I eat, I know how much I eat, and you know what will get me through the week and how much I need to get of that. And yeah, so I've learned how to do groceries properly, which is a thing I did not know how to do properly when I first got here. Cleaning as well. My room's pretty clean, as you can see. I mean, good job on that. It's been a blast trying to figure that out. You know, just I haven't had like my own friends over. I usually go to other people's places. I've had like friends from the Netherlands come over here and then live with me, but when I do something social, we don't really meet up back here because I don't have a lot of space, and the rest is communal, so I share it with my flatmates, which is, I don't really want to sit in my kitchen, which is a mess, and have to apologise for the mess if we can just go out to a pub and have some pints and enjoy each other's company there. But yeah, so social. I have been kind of spreading my wings, as I said, and yeah, that's been a great challenge, but also very fun to figure out, and I'm happy where it's going. I don't want to say too much about that, because I don't want to be like, I found my best friends, which I haven't, and that's alright, but I've finally found some people that I enjoy spending my time with, like outside of my Dutch bubble, you know. So like I have like friends from back home who are studying here as well, which I spend time with, and they're really fun, but I've also wanted to kind of reach out to different people, kind of build my network, and I think that because I was actively working on that, actively like trying to make connections that not like creepy, like I just talk to people really. I was interested in them, and I think they've really appreciated that, like just talking to people really helped with that. So yeah, that's been a really nice update on that. I have been traveling a lot as well. We go through the entire country, and sadly we won't be able to go everywhere we want to go, money-wise and time-wise as well. I've been to Scotland, which has been amazing. I never thought I'd actually get there, but we did, we went there. And we're going to London too. I'm going on all different kinds of city trips, and just seeing so much has been so nice and so weird, because I don't travel a lot when I'm actually at home. I rarely travel, only like 2 times a year, and I know that's probably a lot for some people, but once a year is only like within the border of the Netherlands, and once a year I go abroad, and we do that by car. We camp somewhere, so my family and I camp somewhere. So actually going out and seeing a lot of different cities with a lot of different stories has been so nice, and I actually look up some information on each town we visit and the history behind it, and it's been really cool to broaden my horizon like that, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited for the travels that are to be done. Yeah, for the travelling I still have to do, but yeah, that's been really nice. Education too, like school, it's different than back home. I'm actually struggling a bit right now, and I've been putting everything off because I don't want to do them, because the end of the semester is like just around the corner, which is actually terrifying, but we'll just have to live with it, you know. I have, luckily, the people I've been hanging out with are in my classes and they help me figure everything out, which is really nice. But I think now that I've actually had to hand in something already, that school's settling in, like, okay, we're getting busy, we're getting actually somewhere. Before wasn't that busy with school because I had no things to hand in, but now suddenly everything's hitting me like a bus and everybody wants something from me, like an essay or a group project, whatever. It's just a lot, but it's been fun because it's different than what we have back home. So yeah, that's what school's been like. Also, I don't really like the hours that I make. Sometimes it's nice, but also it doesn't really keep me busy, so I've been spending more time, well, now I've been busy because of the extra school work, but it's either 100 or a 0, and that's been something to adapt to. I have been kind of lazy. I'm going to be honest, I have been kind of lazy, but I'm getting up there. I'm getting back up there, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We still have half the minor left to do everything, so I'm literally only halfway there. It'll be fine. Also, like, going back home, we're about to go on Easter break, which we don't have in the Netherlands. They have 2 weeks of Easter break over here, which is really nice because it allows me to go back home. And I remember saying at the beginning, or like before I even went here to the UK, I was saying like, I will not be going home during my stay. I will be traveling or spending time with my friends, but I have noticed that I have been missing my family quite a lot. And going back home for a week, I'm going for about a week, will probably help me with that. Because yeah, I've missed them. And we're going away for the weekend for Easter, and I'm meeting up with my family, like extended family too. I'm really happy to be back home for that. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll do me good to go home for a bit, but we'll see if I go back that I'll miss it even more, I don't know. Regarding the time I still have here, which is 60 days, as I've said, what am I going to do with all that time? Well, there's still a few things I haven't done, surprisingly. I still haven't had a proper chippy, or like a fish and chips, which you get at a chippy, I believe. So I still need to do that, which is kind of weird to say, but I've been told that that is the one thing I have to do while I'm in England. So I still haven't done it, but my classmates from school have promised me to take me to a chippy to get some. And I think we're gonna do a come dine with me or something, where I cook them Dutch dinner and they cook something British and we just share. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. It's been getting quite dark because I think there's some rain coming up, but I still have so much to do. Like, I'm going to London for a weekend, my parents are coming over, still have some friends coming over, cities to see, places to go, things to do. Things are going really quickly suddenly, I think, because I'll be going home for a week next week. I have my parents coming to visit, I have my friends coming to visit. I'm going to London, I'm going to different cities. There's still so much to do and so much to see. But yeah, it's a really good outlook. I'm really excited for my last few months out here and to show you everything I'll learn too, because I'm not done learning. Every day is a learning experience, so I'll probably have something to say about this video too once I'm done with everything and looking back on my entire minor abroad. So I'm not done yet. I'm only halfway through, and I'm really excited for whatever's in store for me here in Derby for the next 2 months, and then I'm gone. Wow. I'm feeling a bit weird about it too. because it's flown by, but also it's been really slow. Because when I look at the time, I feel like I've aged a year at least, but I've only been here for 2 months or something, 2.5 months I've been here, and I feel like I've aged a lot, but there's still so much more to do. And I'm feeling, my feelings are a bit double on this, because on one side I'm really excited to go home and have spent the summer with my friends, and on the other side I'm really sad to be leaving this place while things are just getting fun, you know. So we'll see what my feelings are at the end of the minor when I go home. But I think I've said enough. I've been speaking for a while, and I hope it's actually interesting once I watch it back. I don't know, probably not. Probably I've cut everything I've just said. And I hope you found it interesting as well. I don't really do these sit down things very often. I hope you enjoyed those. But yeah, I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you'll be here for my next video. I don't know when that is, because I don't know when this is going up, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, I hope. Okay, bye.